Okay, my name is Johnny McMahan, JohnnyMcMahan, and I'm from Bauxite, Arkansas. And I'm a dedicated alternate delegate for Trump. And I believe the convention is going to be a good convention. They're, at the Arkansas delegation, they're stressing to be cordial to everyone, not to act up, to be nice, and to say good things. And that's what we're going to do. But I believe the Arkansas delegation, Arkansas went for Trump, and we believe that he can make a difference. I was a small town mayor for 4 years, and I was around other politicians that was always politically correct. And one thing that I did learn is a lot of politicians, when they're private, they will tell you really the truth of what they feel and think. But in public, or a reporter, or a newspaper, or TV, they try to be politically correct. And I was not that way as mayor, but I believe Donald Trump, that's one advantage that he has, is he is saying some things that the public really needs to hear and that other politicians agree with, but they're afraid to say, because they're afraid the news media will torture them or tar and feather them. But I believe the convention will go fine. I think there will be unity. I think they're preaching unity in each convention, each state. So because the Republicans convention, the Republican Party does not want to be labeled to be disunited or anything.
What did you think of this whole issue of the conscience clause and things like that, which was turned down yesterday anyway? But
of the what?
The conscience clause, the fact that they wanted to free the delegates to vote for whomever they wanted.
I'm probably against that because that's not under the rules that we applied for. But I've been getting calls before we left home, people asking, and I knew what they were headed for. They were trying to create a system where they cannot let Donald Trump have the nomination. But I've been getting calls, and I realize there is a underfoot. That's what they're trying, but I'm not for that. He won fair and square under the rules, and I do believe the system is rigged. I do believe the system is rigged because each state, even though you're elected, he wins a primary, or whichever candidate wins a primary, doesn't necessarily mean that all of the delegates are dedicated to him. Because each state, you have to go through hoops and jump through hoops and things. And in Arkansas, I believe we had some delegates maybe that were not for Trump, but they're on the face for Trump, but they really were for someone else. That's what I gathered.
Last two questions. What do you expect from Tom Cotton's speech on Monday night?
I think he will be he should be low-key. I think he'll be direct. I think he'll say some things. I think he'll move more to the middle. Donald Trump has a lot of Democrat in him, which that's fine. He's going to appeal to a lot of Democrats and independents, plus the Republicans. And I think he's a negotiator, and I think he'll do a good job as president. I believe he will be conciliatory, and I think he will try to open the net and to get as many Democrats and as many independents as he can, plus the Republicans. But I made phone calls for him in Arkansas, and I talked to a lot of people in Arkansas that were Democrats, but they said, I'm going to vote for Donald Trump for the first time as a Republican. So I know he has Democrats in Arkansas, and he also has independents from Arkansas, and I believe that's nationwide. I believe all over the nation that there's Democrats that's going to vote for Donald Trump that will not vote for Hillary Clinton. And I believe he will be very conciliatory Wednesday night, Thursday night, and I believe he'll do a good job.
So last question, what being from Arkansas, what do you hold of the Clintons?
The Clintons, everybody has a Clinton story. Clintons were well known. Bill Clinton was very smart. Hillary was very smart, but I believe they're probably vicious, and they don't have any holds barred with them. That's what I think. I think they're smart. They're very smart. Hillary is very smart, but there's no holds barred with them. It's bare knuckles campaigning, and I think that's what